Ta-da!
All right.
Hi, I'm Meg.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Welcome to Planet Fit Meg. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos while you're here. I've lost 80 pounds on a plant-based diet, and I share how I did that, simple recipes, and healthy lifestyle tips. Today we wanted to talk about going vegan and Veganuary. Yay!
Yay!
So we have been vegan for nearly 6 years. And we thought it'd be a great time of year with Veganuary to discuss our tips for going vegan.
Yay!
Yeah, our tips for eating a plant-based diet, keeping it simple and having fun with it and making it easy.
Make it easy?
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Yeah. So there are many reasons that people choose to go vegan or choose to give it a try for a month in January for a Veganuary. The 3 most common reasons that people cite for going vegan are for the animals, for the environment, and for health reasons. And I decided to go vegan initially for health, and then everything else just kind of came together over time. And we have a few other videos about that, about our story and sort of that subject matter. So I'll leave a bunch of links below that you can check out. And I'll also include our Veganuary playlist. So you can look into that as well if you want more info. But with this video, let's get right into our 5 tips. Remember to like the video if you like it and subscribe below if you haven't already. Ready to get into it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Our first tip is to keep it simple.
Very simple.
Start with familiar foods. Even if you're not vegan, even if you're not vegetarian, even if you're not super keen on vegetables, there are probably many items that you do consume and enjoy that are vegan.
Hi.
Like, what are some good examples?
Can you think of something that omnivorous people eat that are just, it's vegan anyway?
Yeah, it's vegan.
Pickle?
Pickles.
Yeah.
Some people enjoy pickles.
Some people like a good pickle.
Yeah.
Tomatoes?
Tomatoes, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. What about fruit?
Yeah.
Fruit's a big one. Oats, oatmeal.
Yeah.
People love that. Potatoes, rice.
Beans.
Yeah. Lots of yummy things. Lots of options. So keep it simple. Start with foods that you're familiar with already, that you really enjoy. Just because you're going vegan or trying it out, trying to go more plant-based, doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul everything and just eat iceberg lettuce and carrots. We don't recommend that at all.
Yeah.
So you can find vegan options for pretty much anything.
Yeah, the
These
market.
days. It's wild.
Exactly. The marketplace these days is just saturated in plant-based options. And some of them, of course, are fairly processed. And again, if that's what you're into, go for it and keep it really simple. But of course, going whole food, it's super easy in a lot of ways also. And there's so many things out there. It's phenomenal.
And they're very yummy.
Very
yummy. It can be helpful to think about the foods that you already enjoy and maybe even make a list of the foods that you already enjoy and realize how much of what you eat is already vegan.
Yeah.
Or it's a very simple modification to make it vegan.
Yes.
So many of us love pasta. I'm a pasta person. Robert is a pasta person. So if you're used to making your marinara sauce, and let's say for omnivorous people you might be doing ground beef, just don't put the ground beef in, and now you're having a vegan marinara sauce. It's that easy.
And if you want to amp it up, you throw in some lentils or some
Yummy.
beans or some veggie ground, more processed stuff.
TVP type products.
Lots of
Yummy
options.
beans.
Or beans.
Or beans.
Do you
Yummy.
like beans?
Tip number 2 is to make a plan. So it can be as simple or as complex as you prefer. Like I mentioned in the previous tip, making a list of the foods that you already love and enjoy that are already vegan, that can be part of your initial planning process, right? Just kind of considering what you already enjoy that's vegan and getting into it. Another thing you can do is start to look at recipes online if you're someone who likes cooking, likes to spend time in the kitchen, or you can seek out really simple recipes as well.
Yummy.
Yeah, you can check out our recipes. They tend to be fairly simple and not super time consuming.
And very yummy.
And very yummy. So I'll leave links to those below so you can check them out. You can also make a plan for what recipes you want to make or what restaurants you might want to go to. You can use the Happy Cow app to see where there might be vegan-friendly restaurants or places that have vegan-friendly foods there.
Mm-hmm. And just constructing your grocery list around knowing what your goals are in food is going to make it simpler.
Yeah, for sure. So Google is really your friend if you're wanting to find a plant-based version of pizza. You can find a recipe, or you can find somewhere to order it, or find somewhere you can buy it in a local shop. And it's nice and easy to figure out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A little bit of planning goes a long way.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much at all. Like I said, for us, I remember we would just simplify our grocery lists down to the foods we knew were within our plan, our goal.
Yeah.
And just sticking to buying those things puts you in a place in your home where, hey, this is what I got. Let's do it.
Yeah, and we absolutely started with things we were familiar with, things we already liked. Things that we didn't like so much, I sort of gradually brought into our diet slowly over time. And, you know, our taste buds have changed so much. I'll leave a few videos linked below about what I ate in my first week as a vegan, and a few other videos about changes that have happened since going vegan and stuff like that too, in case you're interested in checking it out.
And a lot of yummy things.
A lot of yummy things, that's for sure. So talking to your family about what they might like to eat can be helpful, right? We have chats about what you might like to have for dinner or for breakfast, right?
Right.
Right. Our next tip is to prepare. So once you have your plan in place, you have your grocery list, it's time to go shopping.
Woo!
Yay! So go ahead and do your grocery shop. Have fun with it. I think sometimes when you first go vegan, it can feel limiting and like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I feel limited. There are certain things I can't have. Oh, I can't have XYZ. But it's really about just shifting the focus into what you can have and what you do want to eat and what you do want to consume, and enjoying the foods that you already enjoy, and then adding extra things, trying new things, and having fun with it.
Exactly. And you can make it even more fun by making the time to go shopping, especially that first few trips out when you've made this decision, to really explore the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? Because when we're so accustomed to going and getting those particular foods that we've been eating forever, we know we like, we just kind of go to those individual areas of the shop. If you make that time and you're planning to say, okay, I'm going to really go around here, and adventure the grocery store, you're going to find so many things that are available to you. And I know for Meg and I and Riordan, we all realize the differences, and not really the differences, just the expanse of different things that we have available to us is far greater, I feel, than when I ate omnivorous. So.
And everything in the store is usually very yummy.
A lot, yes. Riordan likes a lot of things, and they're all very yummy. Yes.
Lots of options. So whether you want to go a more whole food plant-based route, which is more on the healthy end of the spectrum with vegetables and fruit and whole grains and legumes, nuts, seeds, and spices, or whether you want to delve into some more processed items like vegan burgers or pizzas or, you know, different sweet treats and things. Either way, it's all vegan, good way to get started. After you're done shopping, you're gonna wanna prepare your food, right? So you bring the food home, maybe you do a little bit of chopping, or maybe you've bought a bunch of stuff that's already pre-chopped and ready to go. That's a great way to keep it really simple and just have things ready to throw together. So yeah, you wanna prepare your food so that when you're hungry, you have food readily available, it's nice and easy, you don't have to think about it, and you have delicious food ready to go.
You can just eat it all.
You can just eat it all and move on with your day. Our next tip is to be kind to yourself. So in this process of going vegan or starting to eat a more plant-based diet, It can be a little bit uncomfortable and a little overwhelming sometimes, and slip-ups do happen from time to time. Especially when you're first making the transition and maybe you're not as used to paying attention to reading labels and things like this. Little slips can happen. Sometimes things are labeled as plant-based, but they still contain eggs or milk powder or something that's not plant-based. So those are things to kind of be aware of, and as you go through your journey, you'll get better at sort of recognizing the non-vegan items in food ingredient lists and get better at reading them and more comfortable with recognizing them.
Yeah, one thing that, like, I'm a person that messes up label reading even now, and we're like 6 years in. So what they've started doing in the market, which is great, is if they have these whey powders and other type dairy products that almost feel hidden in the ingredients, is they've started putting the word milk in parentheses next to it, which makes it way easier for me. But if you happen to pick up a thing that isn't part of your plan or your goals on your diet, it's real easy. Just move along. Do the right thing the next time, or the thing that is part of your goal, and you're going to be in a much better way.
Yeah, so don't beat yourself up about it. Don't throw your hands up in the air and say, this is too hard, I can't do this. You know, it might be frustrating and disappointing in the moment if you buy something that, you know, turns out not to be vegan. Like, that, honestly, that's frustrating.
I've done it.
But you know what? It is what it is, and you just do the best you can, and you learn something from it, right?
Right.
And then you move forward, and the next time you know not to purchase that product and to look for, you know, something comparable that will suit your needs.
And also something very yummy.
It's the running theme of this video. Something very yummy.
Every segment's going to close with, well, it's going to be yummy.
Yeah. So keep going on your vegan adventure. And yeah, just keep rolling, keep going with it.
Yep.
Our next step is to find support. So if you happen to have people in your life, family or friends who are vegan or plant-based already, or if they're kind of curious to get into it as well, then those are great people to connect with and to talk about how they went vegan, or what their plan is for trying to incorporate more plants into their diet, and to have support from each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you have other people in your life that are looking to make the transition with you potentially, that's also an excellent support, because that way you guys can learn together as you go, which is pretty much what we did. And when those mishaps happen, it's much easier to be kind to each other.
Yeah, and then that way you can share recipes, be supportive of one another, kind of be accountability buddies together, and share any information or meal ideas that you enjoyed and things like that.
Absolutely. And then outside of your personal life, of people you know in reality, there's all sorts of online communities. There are social groups. There's us.
Yeah.
Meg loves chatting with you guys in comments. And if you have questions, of course, Riordan and I will help out too.
Yeah, so there are lots of online communities, other YouTubers, Facebook groups, online forums, you know, tons of different resources and places to connect with others who are trying to do the same thing as you. There's the Plant Pure Communities Pod Network. I'll leave a link to them below so you can find a pod in your area. It's basically a plant-based support group that they have run different pods in different areas. Chris and I co-lead our local pod, so those are great groups to join as well.
One thing for me that I've found recently, which I don't think I've even talked to Meg about, Reddit, if you're a Reddit type of person, because I'm cynical in some ways and there's a lot of that on Reddit. If you're a Reddit person, there are all sorts of forums that people discuss different things on as well. So lots of platforms out there.
Yep, Reddit's another place to check out for sure. All right, and a couple of extra bonus tips. Yay!
Bonus!
Bonus! If you have concerns about your health or nutrition, specific nutrients that you're concerned that you may or may not be getting, you can check out nutritionfacts.org. That is a great resource to look at to make sure your bases are covered. I'll leave a few other links in the description box below so you can check out other resources as well, just so that if you do have a little bit of stress around that, you can read up on it a little bit or watch some videos and get the information that you need. Some people get really concerned that they might be deficient in certain vitamins or minerals, and you can absolutely get everything you need on a vegan diet. It just requires a little bit of planning and a little bit of thought, and you're good to go.
Yeah, keep your variety up. The more different things you can get in you, the better.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite ones. This is my favorite bonus, guys. Just get excited about your food. We get comments from friends, family, and other people at Meg Coach that say, you guys are always so hyped up about how delicious this was or how good this is going to be. And clearly, you guys are seeing it from Riordan. It's fun. It makes it more enjoyable and you get excited. And so even if you have to force it that little bit, it's going to make your food that much more enjoyable. And then you're going to get more excited about trying the different things or making this modification to whatever you've made. So it's simple and it makes it way more fun. And in my brain anyway, a lot easier to maintain.
Yeah, anytime you can kind of bring the excitement level up and really have fun with it and think of it as a game almost or as an adventure, right? That just makes it a lot more fun and a lot easier to do.
That's right. I just leveled up on lentils. No?
We need a t-shirt.
Yeah. Lentils level up.
Great merch idea. Another thing you can do is sign up for Veganuary. So we're not affiliated with Veganuary in any way, but it is a great resource. So you can sign up at veganuary.com and there are a lot of resources there for going vegan and eating more plant-based. And giving it a go for January or for any month. I believe they leave the site up and you can join at any time. It's a big promotion, I guess, for January to try to get people involved and get people trying veganism out and trying a plant-based diet, but you can do it anytime you're watching this video. You can go ahead and check them out and give it a go. They have recipes. I believe they send out emails with information and support. There's FAQs and different things. So that's a great resource as well. As I mentioned earlier, I've created a whole Veganuary, going vegan, going plant-based playlist. So you can check that out. I'll link it up in the cards and also in the description box below. Any related videos to this one, I'll leave linked below as well so you can check them out. Let us know if you have any questions. If you're wondering about how to do this plant-based vegan thing, or if you're wanting to go whole food plant-based and you're wondering about that, we'd love to answer any questions you have in the comment section below. Leave us any comments. Maybe if you're already vegan or already a plant-based eater, let us know what worked for you and what were good ways for you to get going and stick with it.
It's all a big experiment. We've experimented quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It's a big adventure. And when you're learning something new, it takes some time to get used to it and get comfortable and to really enjoy the process.
One of my favorite recipes is refried beans.
Refried beans.
I like that one.
That's a good one. Nice. So we'll leave our refried beans recipe linked above in the cards and in the description box below so you can check it out. We also have a nut-free nacho cheese to go with it that we'll make in the blender with oats or potatoes. Sounds weird. Very yummy. It doesn't taste like dairy cheese. I will give you that heads up. But once you've been eating vegan for a while and you experiment and your taste buds change, so delicious. Or if you eat it just not expecting it to taste like dairy cheese, but knowing that it's a delicious sauce to put over your refried beans, burritos, tacos, all that yummy stuff. Really enjoyable, really delicious.
One last final thing for me, give yourself time. There are going to be foods that you're going to try that you're like, whoa, that was certainly not for me. Or in the past, you've always had that mental space. Like for me, it was guacamole. I was never, ever a fan of guacamole until the last, few years, really. So come back to things that you might have tried when you were younger. They weren't so great for you. You're going to find that over time, your palate changes consistently and constantly. And I love foods now that I never, ever thought I would even enjoy. So
absolutely.
Give it time.
Yeah, so many changes happen when you go vegan, and I'm wishing you a great Veganuary or a great going vegan, giving it a go, trying a plant-based diet. I hope you have a great experience with it. And there might be little bumps along the road and little frustrations or things, but it can be super fun and a big adventure. So thank you so much for clicking on today's video and watching through until the end. We really appreciate your support. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you liked it, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel below if you haven't already. You can also hit the little notification bell to be notified whenever we upload a new video. So let us know what else you'd like to see on the channel. As I mentioned in my New Year's resolution video, I'll be talking a little bit about muscle building as a vegan. So that'll be fun for 2022. Let us know what your resolutions are and if you're going vegan, and if you're going vegan or going plant-based, how's that going?
Yeah.
We would love to hear.
We'd like to know. I love hearing about everybody's experience with this. And like we said a few times before, questions are always welcome in the comments, guys. And it's, I don't know, it's good to get other perspectives from different types of people.
So thank you again so much for watching the channel and for being here. We hope you're having an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.